Hey Rising Up, when you're ready to edit your website, you need to make sure to get into the back end of the website. When you get onto your website at risingupmorgancounty.com, this is what the front end looks like. It's the front end, the thing that everybody else sees. We need to get into the back end so we can edit it. After the URL of risingupmorgancounty.com, put a /WP-admin/. Hit enter or return, and you'll get to the login screen. So from here, go ahead and enter your username and the password and click login. Now, you might not have a username or password yet, and we're going to get to that in the second part of this video where I show you how to add users to your website. But once you get that email, you should be able to enter your username or password. If you lost your password, you can use this, and it'll either let you reset it or it will send it to whatever your alternate email was. So I'll go ahead and enter my username and information and click login. And once you click login, you should be able to see the WordPress dashboard. Mine might be a little bit different than what you may see because I've put custom colors in the background just when I edited my own user profile. So in this video, we're going to talk about how to add a user and make sure they can log in for the first time, and then how to go back and edit users after the fact. So if we look in this left-hand column, this is where all of the tools are in WordPress. Go down to the users section and click on all users. This is where you can see everybody that has a user account for your website. In your website, I have my user account and I'm the admin, so make sure you don't delete that because I need it in case I ever have to come back in here and fix anything. And then I also have somebody I've already added just for sake of quickness with this video. We're going to see what happens after the fact. Usually it takes a lot of time to send the initial email to a new user. So let's see how I created this Jane Doe account. You would click on Add New here or click Add New here to get a new user. With that new user, you basically just need a username and an email. So let's say I wanted to put John Doe and put johndoe@gmail.com. You usually do want to give a first and last name unless there's a reason or unless you don't have it. And you don't have to put a website. This is just their personal URL. If they have one, put it. If they don't, then it's not necessary. For the password, you can show the password that it's going to send them initially. You can also change it here if you want to. The thing is with WordPress, you actually don't really need this for a new user because they're automatically going to have to reset their password from, step one. So you don't really have to worry about that. You can do a generic password if you want to. You just have to make sure to confirm it as a weak password. Make sure you've checked send the new user an email so that they get the email so they can log in and activate it and change their password, and then change their role. So subscriber is the lowest role and administrator is the highest role. In my opinion, I don't make anybody else an administrator but me and maybe one other person from your organization. The rest I usually make editor or author. But you can read up about these roles by typing into a Google search WordPress user roles, or you can pause this video here and read this basic definition of each of those roles. So going back here, I'll probably make this user an author, meaning they can write blog posts, but they can't really manage things in the background. And then I can click Add New User. This is going to send an email confirming the new account. I'm not going to actually click this because this is probably an actual active Gmail account and I don't want them to have access to your website. So this is how I ended up creating Jane Doe. So let's go back into all users and it's going to say, do you want to leave? Yes, because I filled all that out, but I didn't save it. So that's why it gave me that little pop-up message. So let's see what Jane Doe saw when she first got her email. So going back into my email account, I use this for that temporary Jane Doe account. And notice that I don't have any email. Well, the one thing, if somebody's telling you they don't see the email, make sure that you tell them to look in their junk mail or their spam folder because it could be in that folder. So I'll go ahead and check this until it's not spam. Go back to inbox and click on that message. So it'll say your username is Jane Doe, and to set your password, visit the following address. So you can click on that address and it's going to allow them to reset their password. So obviously nobody's going to remember this kind of a password. So what I would recommend to people is generally make it some capital letters, some lowercase numbers, and at least one other character. So let's say this was sample 2017 exclamation point, and then I would reset the password. So let me go ahead and log out here so you can see what this looks like. Otherwise, when you logged in the other way, it would show that it was my admin account, and we don't want to have that happen. So let's go ahead and click reset password. And now it's going to ask to log in. So the username was Jane Doe sample 2017 exclamation point, log in. And as soon as it logs in, now you can see the dashboard for the site. Notice that there aren't as many tools for her account because she's an author. She's not an editor or an admin. So this gives her access to the things that she can have access to. She can also come in here to her profile. She can add her picture. She can change the different admin color scheme. She can do any of that kind of stuff here. And that's how to add a user. So if I want to get back into mine, I will have to go ahead and click log out. And then I can add my information here. So that's the basics of how to log into your site, create a new user, edit their information once they get in, and then how to log out.